Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Alienware 510K keyboard and the Alienware 610 mouse. Alright, so first let's start with the Alienware keyboard. The box itself is designed really nice. Got a reflective stencil keyboard design at the top. The Alienware 510K low profile RGB mechanical gaming keyboard. Savieur de luz jabou de la mécanique à plat. And here's the back of the box. Got the Alien Effects per key RGB backlighting. Cherry MX low profile red switches, aluminum construction, dedicated volume control, and a braided 2M cable. Alright, so let's open this up. Using a high-tech pencil to cut that off. Beautiful. Wow, the USB cable is super thick. That is not getting damaged at all. So it's got two USB connections here. Yeah, that is a thick cable. And then at the bottom we have an instruction booklet. Got an Alienware card. Gear up, throw down. Removing the plastic, my favorite part. She's a beaut. Got your dedicated volume control right there. So right off the bat, the keys feel really nice. Feel pretty solid. The key travel is pretty good. It's got the perfect little indentation on each key for your fingers. It fits really nice. She is a beaut. So the wider you get on the keys, the more tingy it sounds. Tab feels pretty solid. Caps, enter feels pretty solid. The shifts feel a little lighter, a little tingier, a little looser. Not as much pressure as on the smaller keys. Number pad feels the same. Ooh, the arrow keys feel really nice. Yeah, something about the space bar. It is a little noisy. I didn't expect it to be that noisy. Then you got your little feet on the back. The height feels really nice. The dedicated volume control feels pretty good. Alright, we're going to put that to the side, but stick around till when we check that out lit up on the computer. Then now let's unbox the mouse. Look at that. That is beautiful. And then the other thing we got in the box, just the instruction booklet. And then here's your USB cable. It's a beautiful mouse. Very sci-fi look. It also feels really comfortable in my hand. I like the padding that it has right here. My palm just fits really nicely on these little wedges down here. I like that. The wheel's kind of interesting. And then on the underside, you can press this, take out your little USB receiver, so you can use it as a wireless or a wired mouse. Alright, let's hook this up and get it connected to the computer. So the 510K keyboard cost me $160 and the 610M mouse cost me $100. Pretty expensive, but here's why it may be worth it for some. The lunar light version just looks really sleek, and this soft white backing reflects the RGB lighting really well. The lighting on the keyboard and the mouse are capable of up to 16.8 million colors. It's also super bright to the point where some of you may actually want to turn it down a little bit. Thankfully, it has 10 levels of brightness so that you can fine-tune it to the exact brightness that you prefer. If you like it to be as bright as possible and as clean looking as possible, then I highly suggest you get the lunar light version over the dark side of the moon version. But it also depends on your setup and what matches that. Typing on the keyboard is super quiet to the point where you can basically barely even hear it. It's got only 1.2 millimeters of pre-travel and 3.2 millimeters of total travel, with only 45 grams of force needed for a full press. You can see from the side profile that the keys aren't actually flat, which I actually kind of really like. You can see from the bottom they slope kind of inward, and then even from the top they slope inward as well. Really, really nice design because basically it makes it comfortable enough to not even need a wrist rest. On the back it has a USB pass-through, which I found really helpful, and then on the bottom, 3 rubber nubs that grip really well, and 2 adjustable feet, each with 2 different height options. Just like the bottom 3 nubs, the smallest height setting is also made out of rubber, so that grips pretty nicely as well. The keys themselves have a 50 million keystroke life cycle, so when it comes to durability, you can be confident that this will last you for quite a while. Typing accuracy was on point, and I found it pretty easy to type pretty fast as well. It has N key rollover, so every single key can be pressed at the exact same time, and it would read every key individually simultaneously. The interface on the Alienware Command Center is pretty user-friendly. I loved how many options I had with making every key its own individual color. I also really loved all the really cool animation options it had. My favorite ones were Morph, Breathing, Spectrum, Single Color Wave, Rainbow Wave, and Scanner. But even cooler than that, which I haven't seen in person yet until now, were the reactive key animations, where the animation originates from the location of every single key press. All of the animations that were available for the original mode were also available for reactive mode, plus a few cool extra ones. Single color raindrops and fireworks were my favorite two reactive animations. I think the only thing that left me wanting more on the keyboard was how slow the volume scrolling was. I just wish there was some sort of combo I could press with the scroll wheel in order to turn the volume up and down a lot faster, without just obviously hitting the mute button. Moving on to the Alienware 610M mouse. This one cost me $100 and also comes in the lunar light and the dark side of the moon options, and can be used wirelessly or with its 2mm micro USB cable. On a single charge, it has a whopping 350 hours of gameplay, and for us only took 4 hours to recharge back to 100%. In the Alienware Command Center, it'll even show you the exact battery percentage that you have left, which I thought was pretty cool. One thing that I wasn't a huge fan of is that when your computer goes to sleep, your mouse will go to sleep as well, unless it's in wired mode. In that case, it'll stay on for as long as you want. It has a high performance polling rate of 1000 Hz, which means that every second it sends position data to your computer 1000 times. That's pretty fast. And for gaming, that ensures that your aiming is as fast and as accurate as possible, unless you suck. Our accuracy tests also reveal this to be a pretty precise mouse. The scroll wheel has this really nice soft click thud per scroll, and with this little button on the bottom, you can quickly switch between 12 and 24 steps per scroll wheel revolution. The DPI button on the top can be clicked forward or backward to switch between your 5 different customizable DPI profiles. You can take it up to 16,000 DPI, which is obnoxious, way too fast. It's kind of like giving a baby a fire hose. I found to be most comfortable around the 1800 mark. And also in the Command Center, you can fully customize your macros just like you can with a keyboard. So one thing I'm really not a huge fan of, with how much lighting is going on in the keyboard, how beautiful and bright the lighting looks on the keyboard, I don't really understand why they just have tiny little dash accents on the mouse. They really could have done a lot more, and I was kind of disappointed with that. For $100, they definitely could have done a lot more with that. Overall, the quality and the features of the Alienware keyboard and mouse are just top notch, and I can safely say that this is my favorite keyboard and mouse that I've ever used. I really love the design, and I'm not really sure what I'd change on this, other than obviously the lighting on the mouse. My biggest complaint of this set is the price. $160 for the keyboard and $100 for the mouse, $260 and $300 with tax basically. That's a lot of money. So it's not for everyone, and if the majority of these extra cool features don't tickle your fancy, then you might want to pass on this one. I would really appreciate it if you guys could please use my product links in the description if you like it. On a personal note, I just lost my job 2 weeks ago, and I would really love to do YouTube full time, but I can only do that with your help. And remember, every week I do a giveaway that randomly selects someone who's interacted with my channel. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe with notifications turned on to keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you guys. God bless.